Imagine, if you will, a world where music wasn't just a button press away, where it didn't fill the air in our homes, cars, or on our phones as we go about our daily lives. Picture a time when music was an event, a rare occurrence, a spectacle reserved for the fortunate few. For millennia, music was something you experienced in the flesh, in the moment. It wasn't until the 19th century that the notion of music being available outside of live performance even began to take shape. Before then, if you weren't in the grand halls where orchestras played or at the local tavern where minstrels might perform, you simply didn't hear music. It was an ephemeral art, locked in time, accessible only to those who could afford the luxury of such cultural experiences. Think about the exclusivity of music in those days. The wealthy, the nobility, they would gather in opulent concert halls, their ears privy to the finest compositions of Bach or Mozart, notes that would vanish into the ether once the performance ended. For the common folk, music was a communal affair, perhaps shared around a fire or at a festival. But it was fleeting, here one moment and gone the next. Then came the revolution. The phonograph, invented by Thomas Edison in the late 19th century, was the first whisper of change. Suddenly, music could be captured, could be replayed. But these early recordings were still a luxury, heavy, fragile, and expensive. Yet it was a start. The world began to shift. The radio changed everything. Music no longer belonged solely to the privileged or the public gatherings. It was now in the airwaves, in homes across the globe. The Roaring Twenties danced to the rhythm of jazz pouring out of every radio set, democratizing music in a way previously unimaginable. From there, technology only accelerated. Vinyl records, cassettes, CDs, each a step further into accessibility. Music was no longer a class privilege but a human right. And then, the digital age. With the internet, music became not just accessible but infinite. Streaming services meant you could explore any genre, any artist, at any time. The world's musical heritage was at your fingertips, from Gregorian chants to the latest K-pop hit. But we're not done yet. Enter the era of AI-generated music. Now, we're not just consumers. We're creators in ways that were once the stuff of science fiction. Algorithms can compose, produce, and even perform music tailored to our tastes, or even beyond our imagination. Music has transcended its human origins, becoming an entity that evolves with technology, constantly reshaping what we thought was possible. This journey from exclusivity to ubiquity, from the ephemeral to the eternal, speaks volumes about our relationship with music. It's no longer just about the notes or the melody. It's about the connection, the shared human experience, now amplified across the globe. Music, once a jewel in the crown of the elite, has become the heartbeat of humanity, pulsating through every device, every moment, every life. However, with this vast availability, one might argue that the emotion, beauty, and quality of music have, in some ways, diminished. In an era where music is produced at an unprecedented rate, where algorithms can mimic human creativity, the depth and soul of music might seem diluted. Perhaps we've lost something of the magic that came from the scarcity, the anticipation, and the live, unrecorded performance of old. In those times, music must have been truly breathtaking, an experience of pure connection, where every note was a moment to cherish. So, while we celebrate the democratization of music, let's also remember to seek out those moments of true musical artistry, to appreciate the craft and emotion in every note, just as our ancestors did in the hallowed halls of their time. And with that, we would love to know, what is your favorite genre, musician or song? Comment down below and let us know. On behalf of the 6AI Initiative, I am the artist. Thank you for your moments.